Really? The Houston Rockets? That's what we're doing tonight? We losing to the Houston Rockets? One of the worst teams in the NBA? That's what we're doing now? We're going to lose to the Houston Rockets tonight. We just beat the best team in the Western Conference and the Utah Jazz, and now we come here on the next night and lay an egg to the Houston Rockets? Really? That's what we're doing tonight? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Hey, April Fools is still here, I guess, apparently. That's what I'm understanding. Okay. Wow, what a terrible, terrible game. And it was, I guess there were times where it was close, but I didn't even feel like they were going to be come close to winning this game at some point. I'm with you, David. How embarrassing! This is an embarrassing loss. Very embarrassing, ridiculous. I'm disgusted. And listen, you guys have been asking about Billy. He's getting himself ready to come back, but tonight he's going to be in the comments here with us tonight. He's almost ready to come back. He's almost ready to be back from his flight from Brooklyn that he's on right now. You know, he's up there in Brooklyn with KD. You know, getting some things arranged like we had talked about. So he's going to be back here pretty soon with this. But yeah, man, took one on the chin tonight. Took a hot L. Just took a hot L tonight, and there was a lot of bad basketball play tonight, and I'm going to place this solely at the feet of the superstar that we know as Mr. Luka Doncic tonight. I mean, I don't know what Luka was doing tonight. He was not playing good at all. Willie would say he was doing selfish show-off basketball tonight out there on the basketball court. Not a single play for KP in the fourth. And this is what Billy was just talking about in the text. There were times in this game KP was wide open, and Luka wouldn't even pass the ball, hitting the step back and taking a bad shot to take a step back three that he wasn't even hitting all night. So I seen a lot of that tonight, which was ridiculous tonight. You know, I at this point, let's just go to the highlights. Let's just get to the highlights. I don't even know if these you can call these highlights. Let's get to the disappointment.
Coach Stephen Silas was the offensive coordinator for Dallas last
season. Right, not one single play for KP in the fourth. Here we go. This guy here, Christian Wood. Think he gave the Mavericks 22 tonight? Yep, gave him 22 tonight. John Wall went for 31 tonight. How do you like that? There he is right there going to the basket on the Mavs. Here we go here. Oh, there he is, the Christian Wood. Richardson and Luka both cold tonight. Yeah, Luka was a lot of things tonight. Oh, is this one of his step back shots that he actually hit tonight? There's one shot he actually hit tonight. Oh, is this another one? Oh, okay. Look, there you go. To the basket. They had a very bad third quarter. No, there's part of that 31 points that got put on us tonight. KP, alley-oop, nice one. There he is, John Wall to the basket. No type of defense on him, nothing. I'm gonna check the stat sheet here, but if I saw correctly, Josh Richardson only scored 1 point tonight. Josh Richardson in the NBA game and played 29 minutes and gave you 1 point tonight. Let that sink in for a second. Josh Richardson gave you 1 point tonight. Here we go here. Oh. Come back here, Jalen Brunson. What happened tonight? Just horrible defense altogether. Bad. Wasn't just horrible defense. It seems like they looked past. They ended up looking past the Rockets tonight. They thought, oh, you know, they're not a good team. We can beat them. We'll just go in there and just, you know, do whatever. And that's just not what happened tonight. Oh, Oh man. He just got here. He just got whatever he wanted tonight. He just got whatever he wanted. It was a very bad third quarter for the Mavericks. Very bad. Like, that's probably the worst third quarter I've seen them play ever. I think we're still in the second quarter right here. KP, look at that. He's trying to get it going, but his team just wouldn't get him in rhythm tonight. Is that Tim? Oh, this guy. He's another guy who was giving it to the Mavericks tonight. Look at this ball moving, spreading the Mavericks out. Kelly Olynyk, the guy who the Mavericks drafted, who's supposed to be the next Dirk. Kelly Olynyk serving the Mavericks up. KP with the put in. Here we go right here. KP to the basket. Got him one. KP tried to get it going. You know, he did what he could do tonight. Despite, you know, having to play against not only the Rockets, but against his own team too tonight. In a certain Mr. Luka Doncic, who just did not seem to want to pass the ball to him tonight. I'm still looking into this beef between him and KP because I still believe it's there. And it reared his ugly head tonight there on the court. Look at it. Okay, Luka to the basket. Wasn't bad. Okay, so this is that terrible third quarter I was talking about right here, where it just seemed like the Houston was just pouring it on him. Come on. He's out there on the island by himself. He's got to do it all. Turnover. John Wall. Bucket. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at that. They finally passed KP the ball. What does he do? He knocks down a three. Notice he got the ball because somebody else wasn't on the floor at that current point in time. Might have had to come on points when he actually gets the ball. You might have to shoot it just because he doesn't know when he'll get the ball again. Okay, that was a nice move by Jalen Brunson. Look at it. Okay, Luka to the basket. Wasn't bad. Oh. Look at it. Tim had a quiet night tonight. Tim had a very quiet night tonight, but it was 18 points. This is what he gave you tonight. Wood went to work and made Wood out of KP all night. Well, I mean, what else is KP supposed to do? He couldn't get anything going on the offensive end, even though he gave you 23 tonight. Oh, John Wall. Bucket. 31 points tonight. 31 points. Kelly Olynyk, another back at the basket again. Dodo, you know, it was looking good right there at the end when Dodo hit that three. He thought it was getting ready to be done. KP's got to stand and watch while Luka goes to the basket. Does that, puts that in. Brick, Kelly Olynyk gets the ball back. Pass it. John Wall goes straight to the basket for 2. Here we go right here. Oh, right over him. Just right over him. Yeah. He's fired up at this point. He got it. Kevin Porter Jr. right there. Luka backs down, gets it, puts it in. Kevin Porter Jr. Pass the ball. Oh, alley-oop to Christian Wood. Alley-oop to Christian Wood. And what a way to end the game tonight. What a way. As Coach Steven Silas right there. Listen, Billy said something that was very important in the text. He said Luka's body language was awful tonight, and I agree with him. His body language was awful tonight in this game. That was terrible, pathetic. Everything under the sun is what that was tonight. Now I'm sitting here. I'm waiting on the post game interviews for you guys. I will get those loaded up. Trust me, as soon as they come in tonight. I hope they don't come in slow tonight because somebody got some explaining to do tonight. I wish I could have been in that press conference and give me some what's going on in there because somebody's got a lot of explaining to do. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull the stats up here in just a second. Oh, okay. So we can't get the Rockets interviews today. Fine, whatever. Let's go over the stat sheet. Chrome tab. Let's take a look at this, guys. Let's get over here to the Mavericks real quick. Kristaps Porzingis gave me 23 and 12 tonight. Tell Billy to pick Reddick up on the way back from Brooklyn. Yo, when he comes back, we'll definitely have him do that. That's a good question. Do you think Luka's greatness is getting in his head? That's a fair assumption. There's sometimes Billy would say he's hot dogging and showboating out there. And tonight was one of those nights where I feel like he should have got his team. I don't think he got his team involved enough tonight. That's one thing that I saw on the court tonight. There were times where KP was wide open and he wouldn't even pass on the ball. I don't know what's going on there. I guess there's still something there, but he didn't play a good game tonight to me at all. He did not, and that was from the third quarter on. He didn't play a good night to me. He didn't have a good game to me. Let's see here. Kristaps gave you 23 and 12. Luka gave you 23 and 9 tonight. They're playing 37 minutes on the court. Again, like I said a few minutes ago, he did not have a good game to me. I just felt like it was selfish show-off basketball tonight with him. Again, there were times KP was open. He didn't get it to him. I don't think he played with any flow of the game tonight. As I said a few minutes ago, Billy was talking about his body language. His body language was poor. He just was not – he was not on tonight. He looked – now I'm not going to say he looked disinterested in the game, but he wasn't playing up to his potential tonight. I'll give him that. But, everybody's entitled to a bad night. I'm not going to beat him up too bad for it, but we just lost to the worst team in the Western Conference. As I look back here, 93-102. Dodo, 36 minutes and 9 points. This is what Billy talks about with Dodo. Billy was actually about to give him an apology today because he hit a shot or whatever in the other game. Dodo was all saying all in the press conference. Well, I knew Rudy Gobert was gonna guard me. I was gonna get a lot of looks tonight. Well, tonight Rudy Gobert wasn't guarding him, and he gave him 9 points tonight. So there goes that. As Billy says, we need more. We 36 minutes and 9 points. We need more than that. We need more than that if you're gonna be out there on the floor to secure dubs and make this playoff push. We're gonna need more than 9 points. Josh Richardson, kick doors. Kick doors, as Billy calls them. Okay. Josh Richardson played 29 minutes and gave you 1 point. Jay Rich killed it. Yeah, you're right. He did kill it. He killed every shot that he shot tonight. He killed the ball to keep it from going in the net. That's exactly what he did tonight. I don't know, man. I just don't know about that tonight. I don't know if he was off or what was going on in his head tonight, but he just did not look good. And there were times I saw Rick take him off the floor because he just wasn't doing anything. He was not. He was not doing anything at all. I don't want him next year. He's talking about Jay Rich. That Curry trade looks worse and worse by the day. Yeah, yeah. And that was the thing, Billy was me and Billy go back and forth here.
More than 9 points.
Yeah, we go back and forth here all the time because the thing is that I think that Steph was good because of his 3-point shooting. I like what he brung to the floor, but what he lacked in defense, he made it up for you in offense. And their thing, we had the number one offense, but the thing was this year they wanted to push defense. And I mean, I get it, but you got to be able to back some things up. Got to be able to back it up out there on the court with certain aspects. And I felt Seth was just fine, but they let him walk. And like Seth said when they played each other, he says that give me a second, get a text. Okay, we'll forget that real quick. Then he made me forget what I was saying. Oh, well, back what I was saying, that Seth Curry, he gives up what he lacks in defense, he made up for in offense. And when we traded Seth, we played him that night in Philly. He came back and made the comment. He felt like they made a business decision, and he felt like they, in a way, he was trying to say they made a mistake by letting him go. So he's taking it personal. And Billy's comment was he was acting real light skinned. I did find that comment very funny, very very funny. We definitely need to get Victor Oladipo. No, I don't want Victor Oladipo. I need Victor Oladipo's too small. I need somebody with some height. I don't want him. No. I'll tell you who I would be interested in this is DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan would be perfect for the team as Kendrick. Beat me to it. This team needs veteran to reign. This young team is perfect. This team is young team is perfect. Is DeMar DeRozan? Yes. DeMar DeRozan would be perfect for the Dallas Mavericks. I would love it if they went and got DeMar DeRozan this offseason. That would be a great pickup. Do I think they'll get him? No. No, they will not. David Rodriguez, I want DeRozan. I would want DeRozan too. If you could get me DeRozan and John Collins in offseason, I would consider that a successful offseason. I can see now that's a good team that can make a championship push right there. You can probably at least get to the semifinals, and you can probably get to the Western Conference Finals with a team like that. Depending on who you lose this year and next year, but man, just that would be a good free agency right there. That's building the team around Luka, because DeMar DeRozan, he's mid range. I feel like this team needs more mid range shooting. They shoot too many threes, and that's the type of person he's gonna go get you 2 points at the end of the day. And I think that would help also space the floor out for KP with having a slasher to the basket like him. It really would help Luka's game too, because Luka, he can bring the ball down court, and Luka could go fly around, and Luka could work on that post-up game that he's got going on right now. I like that little situation he's got. And I'll tell you, if he gets that going, I've said it before on this show, it's going to be hard to stop him. It'd be really hard to stop him if he's putting that back to the basket game on you. Who else? Who else played tonight? Yeah, I see somebody say early. Melly Mel gave you 2 points. He played 24 minutes. He did I guess I want to say he had to play defense tonight. So in a way, again, I'll kind of slack him off. But he didn't play well tonight, and that's a good point. I can't remember who said. I'm gonna see, can I find early. Melly was awful on defense tonight. I'm not gonna say he played bad on defense, but I don't feel he played too bad. I mean, he kind of was out of a it was a mixed match because Houston's kind of small, so the people who they had on them, they were too quick for him, is what it is what it was. Tim Hardaway Jr. gave you 18 points in 31 minutes tonight. Tim, like I said earlier, that was a quiet game for Tim. That's usually about where he's at, and that's fine with me. I really got no harsh criticism of Tim. But I like this 14 points in 30 minutes for Jalen Brunson right here. Those are the type of points we need from him. That's gonna keep us going. This team has a lot of guys who are not consistent. DeMar is walking 25. Okay. Yeah, that very true. Very true. Very true. And I feel like with Rick Carlisle, the type of coaching he does, he would fit a Rick Carlisle system. With the type of player he is. You had 3 starters who gave you nothing again. Okay, so the 3 starters would be that gave you nothing. I'm guessing would be Dodo, Josh Richardson, and did Melly start tonight? I can't remember if Melly started. Dwight Powell made a surprise visit tonight. He gave you 9 minutes and 3 points. No shock there. I wouldn't expect to see him next year. We're already seeing the end of him. Then again, they didn't have Maxey tonight. Carlisle is still, I don't know what's going on with Carlisle. Boban didn't play. Trey Burke was out. So I don't know what's going on there. Should Tim get back in the starting role? No. Tim is just fine where he's at. You need the energy off the bench. Josh Richardson is not a guy who you want to bring off the bench. He's somebody you have to start. He's not a guy who can come off the bench and get it going like Tim can. So you want Tim to come off the bench right now. Tim is the best sixth man on this team to me. I know they were talking about Jalen Brunson was a sixth man, but I look more to it as Tim as before I do I'm sorry. I'm getting the message here. Everything's fine here right now. I'm sorry. I see Tim more as the sixth man more than I do Jalen Brunson. After Luka, our next most consistent player is Tim, and it ain't gonna cut it. Okay, well, it could have been KP tonight, but I don't feel like they put KP had times where he was trying to get it going, and they just would not pass him the ball. Like I don't understand. I can't figure it out to save my life. Like I don't know what's going on there. There were 2 times he was open, like at the top of the key for his signature logo shot that he's been hitting. And Luka's dribbling. I know Luka sees him, and he's trying not to make noise because he doesn't want the ball handler to come get in position to come towards him. So he's like got his hands up, and you can tell Luka sees him because I see him even from the angle I see him, and I'm like, okay, he didn't pass the ball. He had dribbled, stepped back, and took a shot, and I'm just like, man, what are you doing? He did that like 2 or 3 times tonight. I'm like, come on, man. The guy's wide open. That's it. That's normally his shot. He hits that usually. And KP kind of had it going tonight. I mean, he gave you 23. So I don't know. Is this the worst loss of the season? Quite possibly. It was 1 to the Hornets that we lost. I felt that was a loss that shouldn't have happened. But this might be up there because this is the worst team. We had a couple when we were on that losing streak, but at the end of the day, that's because the team had Corona. So I mean, you could just live with that. Let's see, do they got the interviews loaded up already? Yes, they do. Well, they got those interviews in there quick tonight. Boy, they got them in there quick. That means they are ready to get back to Dallas or some hot people in there tonight. Let's see. I'm gonna load Rick Carlisle up real quick. While that's going, I'm gonna get back over here to the comments until that's done. You know, KP is not playing tomorrow, so 2 straight L's. Book it. He might play tomorrow. He might. He already. I think that's why they sat him out the other night. But I think he'll play tomorrow. I think because they had 2 back-to-backs, that's probably why they did it. Honestly, why would we ever trade KP when this team is so inconsistent? If I told you could get, well, you had to take a shot and try to see if you could get somebody. You had to take the shot, and I don't blame them for that. So they had the opportunity. They wanted to try and see what they could get, and they did. So it didn't work. He ended up having to sit out. I think once he set out that injury for his back or whatever, whoever they were talking to was like, yeah, nah, we're out. We don't want to do that. You can keep him. KP out tomorrow or Luka. I think they'll both play. They, like I said, KP missed already this week, and Luka missed what, last week. So I think I'll see them. I can see them playing. Well, I'll tell you what. I guess we'll find out because I got Rick Carlisle loaded up here, ready to go. So let's hear what Rick had to say after the night's game.
Okay, Rick,
ready? Yeah. Okay. First of all, I thought Houston played a very, very good game, and this game was a lot more about how well they played. We didn't get a good start. Down 7-2 to start with. Got it back together a little bit, but still lost the first quarter. And then, we lost the first 3 quarters, and that put us up against it. 11 down going into the fourth makes it really hard. Wall obviously really hurt us with 3s and 2s and made key free throws at the end. Disappointing loss. Difficult. It makes it more difficult without Kleber and stuff like that. But we've got to be better at the beginning of the game and carry it through, and we didn't do that.
Tim McMahon.
Rick, why do you think it was such a slog for you guys offensively tonight?
Houston is a team that plays hard. I don't know what their defensive numbers are. I know that in the last 5 games, they're top 3 in the league in steals, something like that. So they're aggressive. We had some very good shots in the first half that didn't go down, and sometimes that's the way the ball bounces. But when we needed to get traction and really put together a run, we were just unable to do it. We got it to 89. They scored, we missed, they scored again, and then it was 5, and then it was really tough. I think we're under 2 minutes at that point. So, NBA basketball is very much a first quarter game as much as it is a fourth quarter game, and our slow start was a problem. And even though they weren't scoring a whole lot, defensively we weren't as good as we've been.
All right, Eddie.
Rick, I was going to ask about that at 89. Took a lot of energy, obviously, to get back in the game, but you kind of addressed that. So what about Luka? Were they doing some things different? I mean, he's seen everything. So what was it seemed like he had a bit of a frustrating night.
Yeah. No, I think that's a fair assessment. So I don't really know what to add to that. The officials aren't perfect. I think there's some missed calls, probably both ways. But we did a great job getting the thing tied, with 3 minutes left or a little under 3 or whatever it was. And then it just unfortunate that we weren't able to get that next stop and get another score, because getting the lead would have been an important thing to do in the last 2 minutes.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Well, it was a very short press conference from Rick Carlisle. You can tell he's a little upset about what happened out there tonight. He's very direct and to the point with what was going on out there. But let's see what the star guy had to say, Luka, right here.
Okay, Tim McMahon, go ahead.
Luka, why do you think it was such a grind for you guys offensively tonight? And why do you think that KP wasn't able to get involved there in the fourth quarter?
I mean, anybody can play a bad game, right? So we play a horrible game as a team. We just got to flush it out and continue to play.
Callie?
Luka, after you tied it up at 89 there with about 2 minutes left, what unraveled? What were you guys not able to take advantage of with that momentum?
What's that? Sorry, can you repeat?
After you guys tied it up at 89 with about 2 minutes left after that layup, what were you guys not able to capitalize on with momentum there? What was not working in the last 2 minutes?
I mean, I would say the shots didn't go in. Maybe I should have dropped the ball on that step back. My threes weren't falling today, so maybe I should have dropped it, and maybe they'll make something different.
All right, the last one will be for Eddie. Go ahead, Eddie.
Look, after the big win on Monday against Utah, why the slow start tonight? Was there maybe just a little bit of a relaxed or not totally focused coming out of the gate?
I just say, anybody can have a bad game. Like I said, it was bad game by us, bad game by me, horrible game by me. But anybody can have a bad day, right?
Okay, thanks, Luka.
Really? See, this is what I was talking about a few minutes ago. See, I'm glad he admitted that he had a bad game tonight because he didn't play good tonight. But, that's my point, though. And, that's something me and Billy go back and forth about with Luka. When your shot is not going, you got to find other ways to get it going. You got to stop hitting that step back. He misses it and keeps saying, "Oh, I'm going to keep shooting until I find it." And it's like, again, that's basically they overlooked Houston tonight. They took Houston as a joke tonight, and Houston capitalized on all those missed shots they missed tonight. Anybody can have a bad night. Yeah, you can have a bad night, but you shouldn't have a bad night against this team. Like this is the team where if you were to sit KP and Luka out tonight, they should have won this game. I get where he's coming from, but he was like, what he felt like he could have drove the ball better, or he could have did this better. Like, no, you could have got your team involved better tonight. Is what you could have did. Honestly, that's what should have happened tonight. Kendrick, this team has lost two to Houston, 2 to Chicago, 1 to OKC, and 1 to Charlotte. Right. And you know what? Those are all young teams. And you know what's funny is I told everybody, I keep trying to tell everybody, here's another problem too. When you play against these teams like this, these young teams, you gotta be out there pushing the ball. You gotta be running. These are running gun teams. You gotta be able to run with these guys when they come out there. You can't be doing all that walking down and taking bad shots, because these are the type of teams where when you miss a shot, they get the rebound, boom, they're already back down court. You got to be right there with them. You got to match their intensity. That's why you see them. And I told everybody, I said, you're going to see them lose games like this to a Houston, a Chicago, or a Charlotte or OKC, because you got to be willing to run when you're playing these type of teams. You can't be lollygagging and walking back and playing slow. Just like tonight, there were a couple of times. John Wall or Christian Wood was down court by themselves. Like, they in that mind frame, they running guns. So when they get the ball, they mentalities go straight to the basket. We're on the real reporters that ask real questions. Well, I made my Rick Carlisle question debut the other day. I was yesterday in the after practice press conference. Me and Rick are kind of cool now, boys now. I can probably call Rick up next time, I raise my hand in the press conference. He might say, just go to this guy here because this guy's got he asked the right questions. He'll get me where I need to be. So just let him in. Maybe tomorrow. I don't think they'll have practice tomorrow. Maybe but pregame, I'll try to see if I can get a hold of coach. Get in a press conference, and ask some real good questions for you guys. When the reporters ask questions, we assume can the players see the reporters? Yes, because they give us an option of the camera or whatever. So what all depends if they have the computer turned to them or not. Sometimes they might have it to them. Sometimes they might not have it to them. It all depends. I kept saying they are not good enough to overlook anybody. It's a good point. That is a really good point. They really are. But let's listen to KP and see what he had to say about tonight's game.
Okay, Tim, go ahead.
Hey, KP, why do you think you weren't able to get involved offensively in the fourth quarter?
Good question. It's just the plays we were running. Happened before also.
Coop?
Hey, KP, number one, how's your wrist? And number two, were you told by the doctors anything about the wrist that that allowed you to play tonight? That it's just one of those things you're going to basically have to deal with the rest of the season. That you can't hurt it anymore? Can you give us a kind of an update on that?
It felt good. It feels good now. I think that's something I will deal with at the end of the season, in the off season. So for now, I'll just try to go as much as I can, and hopefully it holds up.
Okay, thanks, Kristaps.
That's it. Thank you.
Another quick and to the point interview. Did you hear that question right out of the gate? Why didn't you get the ball? Why couldn't you get it going in the fourth quarter? See how he didn't want to answer that? You know why? What his answer was? They didn't pass me the ball. They basically want to say because Luka didn't pass me the ball. And that's why he kind of froze up like, no question. No, he's trying to say no comment is what he really wanted to say, but he said no question. He really wanted to say no comment because he's pissed about it just like everybody else did. You heard it right there in before that in that question that was just answered. He almost slipped up and said it, but he stopped himself. He knows that he should have got the ball more in that fourth quarter because he was cooking, but they didn't get it to him. But let's check out Tim Hardaway right here and see what he had to say after last night's game. Or I'm sorry, tonight's game.
Kevin?
Tim, was there anything in particular tonight that contributed to the poor shooting night as far as lack of rhythm on offense tonight?
No. That's about it.
Okay, Callie?
Hey, Tim. Once you guys tied it up at 89 there with about 2 minutes left, what kind of unraveled for you? What was Houston doing that made it tough to keep that momentum going?
They just outworked us from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, point blank.
Eddie?
Tim, I just kind of along the same lines. Does this qualify under the category of one of those games that you're going to have to win back somewhere along the way?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't know if people pay attention. But Portland lost yesterday, and we needed this win. So yes, it does put us back a little bit. So we got to move forward. We know we got a game tomorrow, and we just got to make sure we take care of business from here on out.
Okay, thanks, Tim.
See, even he's pissed. He got an attitude tonight about tonight's game. He know that was some bull job that was put out there tonight. They ought to be ashamed of themselves what they put on that court tonight. Out there on channel on Bally Sports. They ought to be ashamed of what they put on Bally Sports Southwest or whatever it is out there they got going on there. I don't even know what that channel is no more. It's ridiculous. They changed the name on it. Is that an indictment on Carlisle? He's head man. What is he doing during timeouts? Listen, I don't know if people pay that much attention, but you can see it sometimes. Him and Luka, they go back. They going at each other because Rick Carlisle, he wants you to run his play on the court, you got to do it Rick Carlisle's way. If not, he's upset about it. It looked like tonight, like Luka was doing a little rogue action and doing what he wanted to do with some of the shots he was taking. You could just read it over Tim's face. Like Tim was not happy with what was put out there on the court tonight. Yes, Portland did lose, and yes, they did need this win. This was a game that they needed that could have put them over the hump. And I remember Billy saying before tonight that this game was going to almost catapult them to the fifth spot. Now they lost this one, so now you definitely got to win tomorrow night, which is a big tall task because don't they got Milwaukee? If I'm understanding correctly, they got Milwaukee tomorrow night. If I'm reading that correctly. Yep, got the Milwaukee Bucks tomorrow night. Giannis, Greek Freak, is what they got tomorrow night. But yeah, this was a game that they couldn't afford, that was ill-advised to lose, and you could just tell that they felt that all the interviews tonight were quick, they were snappy. There was no energy in them at all. This is something they gotta fix. Milwaukee coming in off a loss also. So, I mean, Milwaukee's the Brooklyn and them in the top in the Eastern Conference, so they got nothing to worry about. Let me get over here to the Rockets real quick. I'm not gonna put the numbers up on the screen. I'm just gonna take a look. You know, this is a night where Christian Wood gave you 22, John Wall gave you 31, Kevin Porter Jr. gave you 14, Kelly Olynyk gave you 10, Jashawn Tate gave you 8, Sterling Brown gave you 9, DJ Augustin gave you 3, Keem Martin Jr. gave you 2, Avery Bradley gave you 3. All of their players at least scored a basket tonight. All of them. LOL. Ask why they hate KP tomorrow. That's a good question, Mr. Azad. Why do they hate KP? But you know who I think hate KP? It's not why they hate KP. You need to be asking us why your point guard hates KP, because he's the one who don't seem to want to pass the ball to KP. I keep telling you there's some sizzle to that steak. There's some smoke to that fire right there. We've seen on separate occasions to where KP was wide open and Luka didn't want to pass in the basketball. So that's what happens when you don't do that. You get hot L's. You don't get to come to Dub City with your boy and eat the special up in Dub City. That's what happens when you do stuff like that. And then, you know, Tim, I think it was Tim Mann who asked him the question, you know, about him in the fourth quarter. Why didn't he was almost about to slip and say, well, they didn't pass me the ball or Luka didn't, but he kept it. He had to be political with it and just said, well, it's just the plays. They just didn't run any plays for me in the fourth quarter, is what he said. Which goes back to Kendrick's question, is that indictment on Rick, which would be an indictment on Rick, because how do you not get the ball in your tallest player on the floor's hand? And because it wasn't like he was playing bad. I mean, he gave you 23 points tonight. So did KB hit on Luka's girl? You mean the referee? No, I don't think he did that. That would be more than hard. Can you ask a question about KP and Luka? I'm gonna have to find a way to structure it. But the problem isn't me asking questions. The problem is when you raise your hand in the deal, like I'm not in there all the time, so they're gonna go to their most common and favorite. The other day when I asked Rick a question, it wasn't that many people in there, so when I raised my hand, I got dibs on it. But if everybody's in there, everybody raise their hand. If everybody raises their hand, they're gonna go to Tim McMahon, Eddie Sefko, Kevin Gray, who's well deserved to go. You know, Callie, Tim Cato, my guy Pablo, he works very hard. Pablo probably working right now. Some of the overseas reporters, that's who they'll go to. But you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I'm just not in there a lot, so that's probably why they won't do it. But I'm pretty sure if I dig around on the back end, on the behind the scenes tip, I can probably find out an answer for you on that. Maybe they're just overthinking much. That's it. Must win. I mean, there's no joy in their game today. There was no joy. And you can look at it in the press conference, man. I told you they looked pissed, like they looked disinterested tonight. And I told you Billy brought it up. Luka's body language was terrible tonight. It was ridiculous. Shoulder slump, like, throwing up his hands on, arguing with the refs as usual. But he wasn't into the game tonight also. Do you feel this team can make noise in the playoffs, or are we screwed? You can make some noise. You can make some noise in the playoffs. It just depends on who you get. Like, let me check the standings out right now. Let's just say the playoffs started today. You would be playing. You'd be playing a team that gives you a nail all the time. You'd be playing against the Phoenix Suns. Do I think they can beat the Phoenix Suns? Yeah, they could beat them a couple games. Could they beat them in the series? I don't think so. We have a problem. We have a problem with that Devin Booker guy. Every time we play against him, he likes to serve his hideout. But let's say they move to 6. If you move to 6, you get the Clippers again, and if you move to 5, you got the Nuggets. So you're in one of those tough spots right now, to where if you were to fall back to the AC, you play the Utah Jazz. If I had to say, looking at this top 4, if they had to play anybody, if they had to play the Jazz, they probably give them a couple games, but I don't think they could beat them in a series. Suns, no. Clippers, they could give a run to. The Nuggets, right now with Aaron Gordon being over there, the Nuggets would mop the floor with the Mavericks right now. You ain't beating the Lakers. Trailblazers, you might get a game or two, but I probably predict the first round elimination looking at this right here. And I expect Denver to go up with the Aaron Gordon. I mean, I think they've been on like a 6-game winning streak since they got Aaron Gordon. So I look for them. Right now, if I had to take a guess, I would say that the Mavericks are either going to play the Clippers, the Lakers, or the Trailblazers in the playoffs. And that's if they don't fall down anymore and have to do the play-in game. So then you have to do the play-in game and then come back and do it. So right now that's who it'd be: Clippers, Lakers, and Trailblazers is one of the 3 teams you would probably end up facing right now if the playoffs start, and that's who they might get with the way this is looking. Because the Nuggets are going to rise up, and they'll probably take the Clippers spot. And if we're lucky, you can get the Clippers and Lakers in the first round, and then if we move up, we could possibly get we would probably get the Nuggets in the first round. The Nuggets superseded the Clippers. So that's what we're looking at right now. Just got outballed. Rocket shots are falling. Dallas got to get the chip on their shoulder. Hey man, we were talking about it a few minutes ago, man. This is the Houston Rockets is one of those teams that you can't let when you're missing shots, you're playing against a team that gets the ball and is back down court instantly. They're a running gun team. Like I said, there were times tonight where the Mavericks would miss a shot and a freaking Christian Wood or John Wall's back there snowberging, waiting for the ball and throwing it down court. Yeah, because nobody's back there with them. We all up court. These guys are fast. You gotta be ready to run when you play a team like this. If you don't, they're gonna run you straight out the gym, just like they did tonight. This has to be fixed, or KP has to go, because it ain't gonna be Luka, and that trade it would be a devastating failure. I've said that if you end up trading Porzingis, you basically, that trade you did was for nothing. So you can't. I don't think they'll do that because they don't want to come up as look like raw. I think KP is gonna be here and play out his contract unless it's probably like a year or 2 left on this deal. But other than that, I don't see nobody trading for him at any point in time. So we're in trouble. Yeah, we are. We are. Definitely don't want the Lakers in the first round. I can tell you that. Definitely don't want that. So again, this team needs to be upgraded in the offseason. Yes, they do. Big time. Where is Billy? Billy is he has been sick. There's speculation that he's been sick, or that he answered the last time we saw him, he was answering those phone calls from Kevin Durant, and he's been hanging out up in Brooklyn, making a decision, if he's getting ready to go to hop on the Brooklyn Nets bandwagon or not. But he says that he could possibly, I guess we could probably see him at some point, maybe this weekend or sometime the beginning of next week. But he says his return is imminent at this point. But yeah, man. So Mavs L tonight. Tomorrow they're going to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know about post game because we'll be doing the show, or it depends on what time I can get back here after the show tomorrow night, because we're going to be in the studio 8 to 10. The game will probably still be going on by the time it's over with, and we'll have to see about it. But as of right now, post game's up in the air for tomorrow. It'll either be in the studio or it'll be just me back here tomorrow night, but we'll see. But yeah, man. So hopefully they can figure it out and get some things going. But I'll figure out some way to get something going tomorrow. But even if I don't, like I did the other night, I will get the post game interviews loaded up on our YouTube page. And go subscribe to the YouTube page when you get a chance. Go to bFb DFW or bFb Mavs on YouTube and search it, and go subscribe to the page once you do so. Yeah, just follow us on YouTube, bFb DFW or bFb Mavs. I'm putting up all the interviews from now on. Now I'm putting up the pregame interviews and the postgame interviews. Matter of fact, I already got the Rick Carlisle pregame interview over there. But like I said, if I miss tomorrow night's game, then yes, I will put the games on our YouTube page. So go follow our YouTube page, subscribe, and share it. Tell your friends about us, man. Tell your friends about the YouTube page. We do it well. And you also see we put bFb over there. We put out everything over there. Go subscribe to the YouTube page, bFb DFW, or search bFb Mavs, and just go subscribe. Oh, we got another question here before I go. Billy in his underwear eating mustard after this loss. He's not happy about it. I can tell you that. He's not happy. He's very upset. New follower here. Are you doing these live Yep, we've been doing this all season, man. Jason, every game, after every post game, we be on every night. We go over the game highlights, we go over the stats, we load up the post game interviews, and we do this every night for about an hour or so. Depending on the Mavericks, they get the interviews loaded up fast enough. But yeah, we also do a show live in studio from 8 to 10 on Tuesdays and Thursday nights called bFb. So you can check us out there. We do that live on Facebook also. I don't know about Twitter yet. I think I might have found a way. We might be going back live on Twitter too after Periscope has now gone. But if not, in the event, when you subscribe to the YouTube page, the next night after we do the show is chopped up and put up on there. So go check it out. Yeah, man, sir. Yeah, appreciate it. It's just me tonight, but my co-host, he's not here tonight. Billy, we go back and forth. Matter of fact, when you go on the YouTube page, you can check all of our previous post-game shows out and see me and Billy going at it. But that's usually who I'm going at it with, who everybody's asking for. But yeah, I'll pop. You'll see me back here tomorrow night, at least for bFb or for a Mavs post-game show. Hey, look at that, man. The Philippines is showing us love. We getting love from the Philippines like that. And listen, I'm gonna put something together here pretty soon to where we can start getting you guys some more prizes like we did the other night when I gave that Luka All-Star shirt away. I'm gonna be doing some more of those, some more giveaways and stuff like that for you guys for tuning in and stuff like that. Well, we're getting ready to get some stuff together for some stuff like where you can come in studio and hang out and do the show with us or anything like that. No, but thank you, Kendrick. Thank you. Mavs fan here since Dirk and Nash era. Hey, man, you've been around for a long time. You've been around for a real long time. But yep. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and like we always say, always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around. Subscribe to that YouTube page. Go subscribe now. bFb Mavs or bFb DFW. Go search and hit the subscribe button.